Well, hello. This is my playthrough of Wildstar. I'm making this video as a record of my adventures through Wildstar, the MMO. I've been playing MMOs for quite some time now, probably all the way back since Ultima Online. I figured it might be a nice hobby to pick up, recording some of my experiences with these. So let's get to it. Do a little character customization. Despite the fact that this is a space MMO, I've of course chosen to choose the least sci-fi character possible. So I'm going with one of these Granok rock golem guys, and well, a warrior. So I'll be wielding a sword and running around like I'm in some sort of fantasy universe. So we'll see how it goes. I've played the game a little bit so far. It's been pretty fun. I've enjoyed most of my time in the game. There's a few little things that I'll point out as we go that maybe they could improve upon a little bit, but overall this has been a pretty good experience. In terms of game, it's very much like WoW. It's got a lot of WoW in it, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think a lot of people take that as a negative, but honestly, it's a positive when you consider how good WoW is, and comparing it, it's not a lesser WoW. It's actually got a significant amount of content in it, so I see it as an upside, not a downside. Alright. Pretty decent customization options, but all this stuff doesn't really matter anyway. It's funny, when you create an MMO, everybody talks about customization, and then you play through the game and you get to about level 30 and your character looks nothing like what you created because it's all covered up with armor or some other crap. Plus, you're constantly looking at your character like this. So, they should really customize the back. You know, they should be giving you wings and maybe some different emblems and things you could put on your back as opposed to the front. But I guess it's so other players can identify you better. Not that there won't be 1,000 other copies of me in the world anyway. I don't know. Grumpy? Even more grumpy. Neutral expression. Sad. Angry. Smug. Not sure. Hole in the head. I guess we'll go with this. This is the sort of a smirk there. Maybe the most pleasant looking of the choices. I'm digging the dark skin. Hairstyle. Let's see what else we got for choices here. Bald head. Military. Spiky rock head. Even more spiky rock head. Slick back. Stumpy. Hole in the head. That looks awesome from the side and absolutely terrible from the back. No thanks. Parted. I'm not sure. Middle spike. Maybe we'll go with this. Let's see. Yeah, noticeable from the back, but not obtrusive. Eye color is fine. Go with orange. No leaf color. Body type. Now, this is the most important thing, in my opinion, for customization. And honestly, I wish they had a height difference set up, because I always go with the smallest possible character, and it's purely for perception purposes. When you make a smaller character, it feels like you're running faster. And one of the big issues with MMOs is tons and tons and tons of running back and forth. And feeling like you're doing it as a snail at a snail's pace is not any fun. Yeah. No, no, no. Alright. This guy's probably the most Joe Average guy. This guy's way too skinny. Oh my god. Fat man. Alright, I guess I'll choose out of proportion muscle guy. A waist that would never support his weight, but we'll go with it. And it looks pretty good. Alright, I'm pretty sure special characters are not supported, so let me just go with that looks good. And here we go. I'll try and shut up through the cutscenes, and anyways, I hope you guys enjoy.
The exiles, driven off their planets by the Dominion, have been desperately searching for a new homeworld while being relentlessly hunted across the stars. But in their darkest hour, they discovered the planet Nexus, the fabled homeworld of the Eldin who disappeared from the galaxy long ago. Exhausted, but full of hope, the exiles prepared their ancient starships for one final journey to Nexus. And that is where their true adventure begins.
The obligatory Star Wars ship coming in from the lower or upper part of the screen.
I'm sorry, sir. Our last jump to the Nexus system overloaded the reactor in that section. This ship is more than 3 centuries
Just
old.
find that cryopod. She's got to be there. Sadie Brightland.
I know the name, Mr. Brightland.
Just call me Deadeye. Now quit arguing and get my wife out of cryo.
Internal sensors are out. Ship's records are unreliable at best. Wait, I think I found it. Functioning pod. Firing up the retrieval system. Magnetic clamps released.
Lucky for you found her. Sadie, darling. Hey, be careful.
Sorry. The hydraulics are leaky. Hold on. Records were wrong. This isn't her. She's in a different silo.
Fine. Then whoever you just woke up is gonna help me track her down.
Reanimation nearly complete. All vitals look solid.
Good. We're gonna need every able-bodied exile we got.
Okay, here we are. A couple things I find interesting. One, geometry and machinery created in such a way that no engineer would ever produce it. Only artists create machinery that way. Number two, quite a personalized story. So we're going to help this guy find his wife. When I make another character,
get this done.
I'm going to help this guy find his wife. I never quite understand why MMOs choose such personalized stories. How about just joining a military or some organization? How about something that anybody can play over and over and over again? I mean, I like the touch of meeting new characters and, you know, getting invested in them, but, you know, when it's an MMO, it seems sort of ridiculous. Looks like double tap is dodge, and got one ability down here, but no weapon apparently. Right click or F to activate.
Sadie, Can you hear me? Everything's gonna be okay. She ain't looking too good. She's got the cryo sickness. We need to get her to medbay, and fast.
So, not just his wife, I'm assuming his pregnant wife? Okay. Important safety tip, kids. Don't put your pregnant wife in cryo-freeze. The loading screen.
Hang on, Sadie. We'll be there soon. Gotta admit, friend, I'm surprised we made it this far. Us exiles, we've been on the run from the Dominion for a long time. And this old ship's on her last leg. Strange to think that we might just finally get a new home. I wouldn't exactly call myself personable, but I feel like if we all just stick together, we might just be okay. And I ain't above shooting anyone who thinks different. It looks like we're here. I'm obliged for your help, friend. Glad I didn't kill you.
Yeah, me too. Thanks. I am digging the Western theme.
You have news. I fear your work is not yet finished. Actually, I'm not.
Alright, I must be getting a weapon here.
Don't waste any more time.
Oh, yeah. Right click in your inventory, and there she is. Look at that badass sword. Alright, damage a malfunctioning medbot using your abilities. Well, I guess two abilities. One of them looks like it's a stance. Oh yeah, get big. That's it.
Achievement granted.
Okay. Looks like a minute cooldown on the stances. What does it say? Increases damage dealt by 35% and reduces all resistances by 2%. Okay. And looks like I'm going to get more of them eventually. And how about my main ability here? Deal 25 physical damage to 5 foes and build 180 kinetic energy. Okay. Talk to Deadeye. Deadeye, because he's got one dead eye.
Thank you. But I don't say that kind of thing easy.
Alright, speak to the Brewmaster. This is my kind of game.
We need to
phone
talk.
call?
Do me a favor and don't be late.
I'm gonna enjoy the phone calls because that indicates to me that hopefully they're minimizing the amount of time you gotta spend running from NPC to event to NPC to event. Make use of the tech.
Give me the details. You got another round in you?
We got us a new home to fight for on Nexus.
Hey, just the person I wanted to run into.
Oh, so this is telling me about the races. Exile humans originally came from Cassis. Bill is Q. She's an Orin. Okay. This is my own race.
Nexus is home now. What do you got, pal?
Durag's a Granok. Okay. Looks like there's some delay in the pop-ups. And that was my soldier mission.
News have you. My recruits are deployed, but you may serve my purpose.
All right.
Commander Stonebreaker, we've arrived in the Nexus system. Stabilizers read go for geosynchronous orbit. Preparing to launch expeditionary.
Warning, impact detected. Hostile ships now in range.
We're under attack! Battle stations!
It's skull-cracking time!
Commander...
Give me a sit rep.
Commander Stonebreaker.
Oh,
Okay.
you leveled
Is he
up?
Granok?
Way to
Seems
go,
opposite to
Cupcake.
me. Shouldn't it be Flesh Ripper?
Slag 'em, tag 'em, and bag 'em.
Okay. Got it. Equalizer Vika. And before we move, let's click on these. Make sure we get to the right places at the right times. Alright, so... Yes. Right click on your new shield in the inventory. Alright, there we go. And kill dudes. Alright. I'm digging the animation so far, for sure. Everything's got a lot of weight to it.
What do you got? Give it to me straight. The fuse is burning.
Alright, and here's our soldier
You ain't got any
mission.
time to waste.
Assassinate. Alright, teleport to the relic room. I'll assume that's here. Let's see what we got first. Title, and nothing we don't already know.
Shooting stars! Where you been? My bots reckon you're doomed, so stay safe out there.
Map's pretty decent. Although, as with most MMOs in any game, suffers from being able to tell what's above and what's below. Simple enough.
Sure, let's talk. Don't wind your drive down just yet, darling.
This must be Learn to Click Things room. The ever-important MMO tutorial. Learn to click things. I always wonder how many people actually need to go through this. Is there anyone playing any game that requires a tutorial on what things to click? I'm sure there probably is, but I'm not entirely sure I want to meet that person.
The time has finally come. As the Nexus project begins, we embark on the greatest scientific experiment in the long history of our people. And if we are successful, then we will have achieved what others have only dreamed of. We will have altered the destiny, not just of the Elden, but of the universe itself.
Looks like something crashed into the ship. An asteroid with a jet engine on it.
Tell me how you're doing. It can really be hard to let go sometimes. I can still hear the voices of the trees and Orin left behind on Arborea.
Like the rage meter drops really fast. And the respawn is quick. I think I need one more. Alright.
Job, but we're not out of the woods yet.
Okay. I'll save the soldier mission to the end. Kill soldiers. These are Explorer, I believe. These buffs, or no, Settler. Settlers walk around and they pick up materials off the ground and they use those to create those settlements, which essentially allows people to buff themselves up, including the settler himself. Scientists grab the materials as well, but more for like personal buffs. And Explorer, oh my, I tried another character with an Explorer and no thanks. Maybe it's because I'm not an Explorer type, but I would say generally I like to explore, but Explorer in this game is more like jumping puzzles and looking for obscure things in an area that they directed to you that in many cases I found at least 3 cases where the item was not anywhere near or even close to or even existent to finish the quest. So there's multiple quests, I believe, in the Explorer class that you literally can't finish because the item on the ground is not on the ground. One of them was a scavenger hunt. In fact, I think both of the ones that I had problems with were scavenger hunt ones. You go to exactly where it directs you to go, and the thing is not there yet. Literally, I stood there for 20 minutes, ran around every place, even remotely close, and not a single sign of anything. So I think I'm going to avoid that particular secondary leveling path, at least for the time being. Plus, I also question, how much is it being an explorer if you are given an exact path of where to go? A lot of them are, oh, it's Explorer, and you go to this place, and you click a button, and it creates a set of ramps to jump up, and I don't think that's what most people think of when they're exploring. Anyway, I chose Soldier, and it's going to be kind of grindy, I think. It's going to be a lot of killing, but at least it's straightforward. Should make the playthrough a little easier without a lot of, like, running off into strange tangential places just to try to pick crap up off the ground or do jumping puzzles. Alright, reactivate the teleporter, but we gotta do this first.
Soldier, well, lock and load. You're ordered standing between those people and a fate worse than death. Here they come. Don't let any harm come to our people, soldier. No exceptions. You know how to use that weapon. Well, keep it up, because you got more hostiles and they're coming in fast. Either the scanner's busted or you got something real mean headed your way. Time to get your war face on. Now that's what I call a big finish. You keep winning battles like that, and I'll be out of a job.
Okay then. I think that's a lot of what the Soldier's about. Assassinate waves of enemies at some sort of checkpoint. I'm not sure if there's any other choices, but for the most part I think that's going to be the majority of those missions. And that's fine. Fits with the theme of the guy. I figured if I'm going to play a sword-wielding warrior, I might as well go whole hog and just go all for kills.
Speak. One success will not win this war.
Make sure I upgrade all my stuff.
Give them listening ears.
Alright, third slot open. I got kick deals 28 physical damage and knock down 5 foes, so that can come in handy. And 2 new zones. I guess those are the next zones we're going to go to. Gear slot. Tributes increased. And I can duel, which I'll probably never do, but we'll see.
I aim to learn all I can, and then some.
What have you learned? I have always found you, Granok, effective in your own forceful way.
Okay. Just a little background lore. Stuff is a nice touch, but I can't say that I always read all of it. There's just usually so much that if you did that, it would quadruple the time it takes you to get to the end game. Not that I'm in a race, but there is a point at which... Alright, so I got a choice here. Northern Wilds or Everstar Grove. It's leading me to Northern Wilds, which leads me to say this is the most likely place that the Granok go, and probably the other ones are for like the Orin, Everstar Grove. Everstar Grove sounds a little too green to me, so I'm going to go with Northern Wilds. Sounds a little more interesting.
Dispatch to FCON Drop Pod 17. Y'all are clear to launch. Next stop, Planet Nexus. You're heading for a rescue op in the northern wilds, so keep them weapons hot.
Report to Commander Durek when your boots hit the ground. You'll need our charges like you who are ready to take care of business.
Okay, well, I'm going to stop the video there. I'll be back in, well, probably a short amount of time, but I want to keep the videos under 40 minutes and usually about 20 if I can get them to that, but I don't want to cut in the middle of any activity. I didn't want to stop in the middle of the tutorial. So anyways, that sums this up. We'll be back with whatever the Northern Wilds has to offer us. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, then please subscribe and follow, and feel free to leave any comments if you have any nice things to say or any hate to spread. Thanks a lot.